Yes, sir, my last video gate of the night. Here comes derail. King of New York.
Hey, Phantom, I went over there and shook the box. Man, my friend, when that stuff fucker's on derail, it's hard down here in the panhandle. Unbelievable. Hey, Phantom, you want your Emerald Coast red bag? Sounded real good as always, my friend. I did hear Slingshot in there in the beginning. Wave ahead of him, Slingshot in the legs, Phantom. We take care of your watchmaker. Emerald Coast got their one, goddamn. With a big old wave. Hello, let's go. R.D.O. Eastern Tennessee. Happy birthday, Mr. Somebody. Hello, come on, let's go. Don't tear it up. Out. 301 over here, working this small mall. Grinder Pump House and my 301 audio. Break. 301 coming in Germany. 301 coming in Germany.
Oh shit, Tubble's in the house.
Oh really? I ain't here yet.
You don't hear Tubble's out there?
Yeah.
That's because he had mud duck. He and Mud Duck always screaming about we plugging his ears. It's your video game, Leroy Brown. Teach him a lesson.
I can't do anything, man. I just ain't got enough watch. Thank you, boy. I'm going to try to get up there if I can.
I beg to differ. I got it twice on gate today. I beg to differ. Don't worry, we're going to change that dirty peak envelope to about 120 to 150 when you get that new 2-pill smart box. 2 small, tiny pills. Yes, sir. A 20-amp power supply will handle the whole deal with room to spare.
Roger, in due time, Crystal. I'm not in no rush. I got other things in place that come in place in due time. No doubt about it.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate I can't touch what's mine yet, but I ain't gonna sweat it.
Don't sweat it, kid. Don't sweat it. Good things come to those that wait. You just wait. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. You gotta be the goddamn judge and the jury too. When I'm back out.
It's my fault. It's my fault because I opened my mouth. I said the only way he could stop this weather is to fuck with my money. And look what he did.
Don't blame. Oh man, I got lost. Forgot what I was going there. Say, oh, I gotta go back quiet.
But that'd be the last hat trick he ever gets to pull.
Mikey, Mama was the one that was looking for Richie a while ago, and I told you he was on 28. Why are you so damn quiet out is a night. You all knew who won the Super Bowl, and I told you he was on 28. Which one of y'all guys out there saying back and hello?
Slingshot, that's what I told him. I told him the same thing.
I gotta keep on thinking about it. They gotta think about her like, man, this 301, he's doing this, he's doing that. What's he doing now? I don't know. But,
I told him, get on it. You're on lockdown, dude. Get the beam up. He's got way more, man. He'd be crushing that sucker. Hey, Slingshot, your watchmaker, Emerald Coast, I'm back out there.
you can't let them know what's going on. And I'm watching my coax. When my coax are stepping down, it means it's time to cool on down. When your coax
Right back, Slingshot. He's got to dry off the track and stick some rubber down. He has got a nice hammer over there, man. Nice hammer. Between him, 222, Phantom 309, and D-Rail gets on. It's a lot of work down here in the Panhandle to get out. I ain't gonna lie. It's tough.
Hey, watchmaker, it ain't that tough. Hey, watchmaker, it ain't that tough till pistol go bang.
Hey, watchmaker, we ain't talking to down on the West Coast. Get up, Mr. Watchmaker, Brooklyn, New York's in the house. Watchmaker, Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, 10-4 Slingshot, yeah, I think he's been working on it. All right, man, good hearing you in my radio. I appreciate you coming in my radio, Slingshot. Beautiful sound station. Super loud, dude. I've been trying for you for a half hour. No doubt about it. Hey, Slingshot, your watchmaker, right back.
Watchmaker, Leroy Brown in Brooklyn, New York. Oh, Mr. Watchmaker, Leroy Brown in Brooklyn, New York. Standing by, bye.
Ten four, brother. I got a little bit of mix of everybody over here. No doubt about it. Hey, Slingshot, you take care, stay safe. Don't drink the Coronas. Your watchmaker, Emerald Coast, right back.
brown plane, break.
Yeah, 226. You ain't talking about 226 in Brooklyn, New York. You must be talking about a damn West Coast.
Oh, hey, tell that watchmaker 30.
Doc, there's a 226 out there in Tennessee, I think. You'll hear a lot of him today. I'm not sure it's Tennessee, but there's another 226 out there.
I appreciate it, man. He's a good fella. Hey, I appreciate he's a good friend of mine. You take care, Slingshot. Your watchmaker, Emerald Coast, got down.
Hey, 719, waving right back. Hello, 719, you're live wire, 360, back out.
I'm doing on the ground plane. I'm doing on the ground plane. I'm doing on the ground. Oh, watch me go. Bye.
Oh, that's funny right there. What's he got? About 8 of them strapped together over there?
For 12 hours. I've been talking on some LMR 4.
Doing it on a ground plane, Slingshot, live wire,
I'm King Ken. And I got this live video gate.
He's so full of crap. Oh, that's funny, man.
You got a line.
You take care, Slingshot. Tell him I said thank you, and thank you too. You guys made me laugh. That's funny.
Watchmaker can't be. He ain't from New York City. Watchmaker, he can't be. He ain't from New York City.
Watchmaker, Leroy Brown in Brooklyn. Hey, Watchmaker, what the hell you talking about down here? Hey, Watchmaker, Leroy Brown in Brooklyn. So what the hell you talking about, Watchmaker? I did tell him happy birthday, Slingshot, Ryan Wires, go. Watchmaker, you down there local talking a goddamn gig? Hey, Watchmaker, why you down there local talking?
We doing 8. I'm not going to tell you what I'm swinging at. 8, we doing 8, J Keen 8. Work ain't no.
Oh, get back on Watchmaker. No get back on Mr. Watchmaker. Old man Leroy Brown in Brooklyn is quiet.
Hey, Doc, you're right about that, because many times that kind of squelch stopped on Channel 6 when I grabbed the other earphone and stick it to my ear, and none of it's New York City talking.
Don't look so. I guess that goddamn conditions done going out for Brooklyn, New York, Richie. Hey, 127, I guess the conditions going down. It's gone. I guess we only got conditions coming at you, the Big Apple.
It's my last video, Gate Doc. It's the last one up. And all this bullshit today, I must have this radio tuned for Perfect Drive, because I couldn't get an aux spark out of my split tube once today.
That's good.
Hey, Slingshot, tell him I got some 7/8 hardline over here. I'll give it to him.
Because I'm sure if I did, Gump would have been making fun of me all over the place the minute he heard it.
Sleep, listening to you, 12. You on that 148. That cat man ended up being in Bronx, brother. He got a bad station, man. And he's coming there frequently, man, talking to people that he know those people down yonder, down there, and everything like that. I know they'd love to hear him coming out of that fucking the Bronx County.
Doc, do you have any idea what his ERP is next to mine? Do you have any idea what his ERP number is?
Slingshot, thank you, man. I'm back out.
8.
Oh, no. Hey, let me get on out of here, man. Which calling down there? You got my damn ear plugged up in Brooklyn, New York. He talking to this, somebody down there. He talking to that damn Watchmaker. Got my damn ear.
You're going to be happy when that happens.
Doc, go down one channel.
I gotta go. Keen 8.
Hey, Doc.
Pause.
Okay, you ready? Just for hypothetical speaking, just so you can understand it. Let's just say his beam had a 28 times multiplication, right? If he put 1 watt into that beam, it leaves and hits the air with a 28 watt ERP. So if he puts 1,000 into it, that's 28,000. If he's putting 5,000 into it, what is it? He's got 5K, and I think he's got the 5 element if I'm right. And I think that's a 32 multiplication, not a 28. So believe me, his ERP is close to 50 grand. Understand? My ERP, it's not even 1,500. But he needed all that while I was on Utica Avenue, and he could not hold it. He was head popping me, you understand? He was coming over me like just for split seconds. He could not hold it.
I couldn't take it, Richie. Hey, Richie, I know when he working the bees. You told me a million times before that he got a goddamn bees. You told me how many elements. But you told me he working the bees. And all you need is 100 damn watts in that duck fucker, depending on the multiplication. And you got on 30 dB multiplication. So 30 is 30 would be 60. And that'll be 160 goddamn multiplication, you put it out there. So if you got a 2-pill and you're doing 200 watts, you're going to get 200 and something. And then you got the precision on the beam, because you can aim it right down at the person once you get them locked in. How about a pistol grip?
Yes, you're correct. If he has a 200 watt amp, just take that 200 and multiply it by 28. And when it comes out the antenna, that's its effective radiated power. Okay? That's what ERP means. I know you hear other mothers trying to use the word, still can't get it right. And, you know, even as many times they listen to my first 2 video channels, they still can't explain it correctly. All right. I'm back up to 28.
Hey, Mr. Physical Grip, ERP. ERP. Peak power. Peak. Well, hold on. ERP. I gotta get the pronunciation for it. I forgot it. I'll tell you about it later, 'cause I know it.
Effective radiated power. Effective radiated power.
Effective radiation power. Radiation power.
Close enough, I'm back up.
I knew you were gonna say it, I'm gone. Send me a message, man. Send me a message. If you don't believe me, send me a message, and I'll send you a picture of what I'm running through this pump house on this LMR 400. And it is shockwave. I'm trying to blow it up. I'm keying 8. I'm keying 8. I'm keying... Yeah, country rabbit. I hear 555. And I hear on audio video down here last night.
Hey, 301. That's Pierre in Chicken Soup. Hey, 301. The guy's name is Pierre. The movie's Chicken Soup. Hey, 301. Pierre says, I don't care. Hey, 301. Pierre says, I don't care. Hey, Doc, you hear trouble spilling tears? Hey, Doc, you hear trouble drooling out there? Me and this 2000 in a nutshell, bugger.
Oh, goddamn trouble. Now we don't goddamn trouble. I big goddamn tears coming out of his eyes. Oh, damn trouble in my radio. Where you at, trouble? You had to bump that bitch when we come down here in my radio. Give a damn.
Well, Doc, as much as you're going to struggle to hear him in my video gate, Doc, as much as you're going to struggle to try to pull him out of my video gate, I bet you can't hear him at all on that little mobile antenna.
I don't if I put my goddamn preamp on. You gotta go balls deep. Funny, Patrick. I do have some half-inch, and I got some 7/8 on over there on the other tower.
And this is the last video gate of the night, Doc. This is the Dark Gate. Doc, this is the last video of the night. It's the Dark Gate. Probably going to be a 50-minute long gate. Probably going to be in the 50-minute long zone. When you see them dark gates run big numbers. I'm back out.
Man over there in Corleone was on channel 11. 69 was up here on channel 11. 69 calling somebody. That duck looking. Trying to key that damn wall down. Somebody came right back to him. He went back. Every time that duck looker 69 jump on the mall, somebody comes back to Trinity 9. Trinity 9 go back to the guy. He ain't pay that duck looker no mind like he wasn't there. I said, I don't believe it now. What are friends for?
Well, Doc, I'm not going to lie, but I have to agree with that caller that called me up and asked me what I did, because if you heard 69 today playing in my Pistol Grips video gate, you listen, if you didn't hear it for yourself, you're not going to believe it was that individual. If you didn't hear this man the way he was acting today for yourself, you're not going to believe anything spewing out of my lips. The power of the video gates.
It's got to be true. Let me tell you, God works in mysterious ways. I was in that back kitchen. I was getting the little dishes out the sink. I said, damn, I wonder what Richie did to that goddamn 69. No doubt about it. Lame, man. He ain't got the power. I don't know if Pistol Grip must be took something away from that duck clucker. You know, running around like he used to do. Don't have that strong carrier. That's what I was going to ask you, man, but I forgot. What the hell did you do?
It's not what I did, it's what they convinced him I was about to do but didn't do. So it all comes down to something I didn't do. But if I have to, I will. And like they probably told him, when he gets near your property line, they will blink their eyes and he will no longer be seen. You're 127 clear.
We're praise the Lord. Amen. I'm gone.
Hey, tell everybody this Joe the Grinder is Joe the Grinder.
I'm thinking, yeah. He's right there on the envelope and just playing with it. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's cool.
Bam, they call me 301 in the BAM. I'm shooting. Hey, 8K. I'm gonna tell you what. Break.
St. Louis, man, I don't want to ignore you, but I hear your radio up here in Brooklyn, New York. 875 in St. Louis, man, I hear your radio coming around Brooklyn, New York. I hope you like the one I made. I really do. This is my first. Oh, man, Leroy Brown. Oh, man, my first new name, so. Yeah, I'm still learning the beat. Still, I'm enjoying it, definitely, but it's amazing for me. You know, this is the first one I ever had.
Fire coming out of the wire. Fire coming out of the wire if I was. Hey, tell that watchmaker. When the band said hello, okay, the watchmaker 301 in the band.
All of the chosen, brother and daddy, all wrapped in a one little neat, one nation under God serving you package.
Sure, so are you, man. You guys have been doing this a lot longer than me. And I've just been paying attention, listening. And I'm hoping one day maybe I might be able to get another box before.
Rubber band man, baby. Rubber band man. Hypnotized by the sounds this cat keys down with. When I was getting dressed to go to work, Doc, putting on all them blues nice and slow, if that ever came on the radio. What a transformation.
LMR 400, we can 10 on LMR 400. Hey, we can 10 on LMR 400. This Joe Grinder, the pump house.
Hey, Doc, the year is 1982. I'm standing on the corner of West 6th Street and Kings Highway, singing like a baby, just in case I can't make it home tonight. The lady goes, she goes, Richie, are you singing? I go, yeah. She goes, what song is that? I went, I don't know, man. I heard it the other day on the radio on the way to a shootout. She goes, what? I said, I heard it the other day on the radio on the way to a shootout. Just in case I don't make it home tonight, let me make love to you for the last time, baby. I didn't find out what that song was till a couple of years ago, dang it. And I forgot all about it because they told me at a later date the deal, so I knew I was always making it home.
Hey, I don't give a damn. Like I said, I'll blow it up. Someone just keyed up and said, blow it up, 301. They said, Blow it up. Hey, man, I'll blow it up. I don't give a damn. We'll blow it up. I'll blow it up and I'll fix it. 301 over here said he'll blow it up and he'll fix it. Keying 10. I'm keying 10. Listen to my audio. It's not.
Hello, my friend, sometimes known as Sledgehammer Mustang with the way, baby.
Hey, who cares?
A live wire, you ain't said 127 at all tonight. A live wire, you ain't said a pistol grip one time tonight. Hey, Trouble, don't worry. When I get to New Jersey, you'll get to meet the cracked head. Guaranteed, boy. Yo, Doc, you hear that Mary out there? You hear that faggot Mary out there? Hey, Doc, I'm not even going to have to crack his head. All I'm going to have to do is key up one time from 206 and 513. And when he sees his meter go smack all the way to the right, he's going to GPS my location and figure out I'm about 700 feet above his dang head. I'm back out.
Well, Mr. Pistol, I don't hear no damn trouble coming out of wherever the hell he at. I don't hear no damn trouble. If he down there, he better get up off his knees and put some more peas in the pot. Make sure the goddamn water hot. Nah, Pistol Whip, I don't hear him.
He's going to say, Maron, about 3-4 air miles away and 700 feet above me. And in his video gate, I can't do better than a 5. But this duck plucker makes my needle go boing.
Don't you worry about a damn thing. All you got to worry about is you push that thing on him going to DX land and cut his goddamn radio off where he can't mix your damn water case.
See, that's how I know he a New Jack fag in Passaic County. Because I'm talking from decades of experience. You hear that motherfucker in Jersey who don't know who Richie Ossie 127 is? Hey, Doc, when I hear them Jersey boys say, we don't know who you, never heard you. That tells me that whole radio game. Impossible. I'm going to tell you why. Hey, Doc, I'm going to tell you why. There is no way you can go in 3 states when I'm transmitting from that location that your mobile does not have half or better of a radio. Can you imagine what I'm doing to the tri-state basis?
I can imagine. But is trouble in the CB directory, or is he on any of those damn videos that you upload on a PC? Because there's not there's trouble in New Jack. I never heard nobody call trouble names since I've been out here all damn morning, Rich. I ain't heard nobody call trouble names.
Bottom line, if you Jersey fag Marys don't know who I am or never heard my voice out there, that means one thing. Y'all came on after 2004. Hear what I said? And I'm back out. But you know, when their girlfriend Nikki Boss was screaming and having a war with me and saying it's something I started with him 20 years ago, they should have wised up. While he was a little snot-nosed teenager, curled up like a fucking balloon, sucking his thumb, listening to Richie about 40 miles away with his needle sitting on the right side of his radio, wishing he could be like that cat that runs the CB shop. And when it comes to a face-to-face or going up against Richie, there's nothing bots about him.
It is wonderful to be here. It is wonderful to be here at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What a week. As some of you heard, the state of Hawaii released my official long-form birth certificate. Hopefully, this puts all doubts to rest. But just in case there are any lingering questions, tonight, I'm prepared to go a step further. Tonight, for the first time, I am releasing my official birth video. Now, I warn you, no one has seen this footage in 50 years. Not even me. But let's take a look. Oh well. Back to square one. I want to make clear to the Fox News table that was a joke. That was not my real birth video. That was a children's cartoon. Call Disney if you don't believe me. They have the original long-form version. Michelle Bachmann is here, though, I understand, and she is thinking about running for president, which is weird because I hear she was born in Canada. Yes, Michelle, this is how it starts. There's a vicious rumor floating around that I think could really hurt Mitt Romney. I heard he passed universal health care when he was governor of Massachusetts. Someone should get to the bottom of that. And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight. Now I know that he's taken some flack lately. But no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac? All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice, at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night. Well handled, sir. Well handled. Say what you will about Mr. Trump. He certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we've got up there.
They're our government's most guarded secret. They're not on any computer. The tasks assigned them are not always legal. They don't solve problems. They terminate them.
You can't say it, but you know it's true. Good evening, everybody. It is an honor to be here at my last, and perhaps the last, White House Correspondents' Dinner. You all look great. The end of the Republic has never looked better. I do apologize. I know I was a little late tonight. I was running on CPT. Which stands for jokes that white people should not make. It's a tip for you, Jeff. Anyway, here we are. My 8th and final appearance at this unique event. And I am excited. If this material works well, I'm going to use it at Goldman Sachs next year. Earn me some serious Tubmans. That's right. That's right. My brilliant and beautiful wife, Michelle, is here tonight. Yeah. She looks so happy to be here. That's called practice. It's like learning to do 3-minute planks. She makes it look easy now, but next year at this time, someone else will be standing here in this very spot, and it's anyone's guess who she will be. But standing here, I can't help but be reflective, a little sentimental. 8 years ago, I said it was time to change the tone of our politics. In hindsight, I clearly should have been more specific. Eight years ago, I was a young man, full of idealism and vigor. And look at me now. I am gray, grizzled, just counting down the days till my death panel. Hillary once questioned whether I'd be ready for a 3 a.m. phone call. Nah, I'm awake anyway because I got to go to the bathroom. I'm up. In fact, somebody recently said to me, Mr. President, you are so yesterday. Justin Trudeau has completely replaced you. He's so handsome, he's so charming, he's the future. And I said, Justin, just give it a rest. I resented that. Meanwhile, Michelle has not aged a day. The only way you can date her in photos is by looking at me. Take a look. Here we are in 2008. Here we are a few years later. And this one is from 2 weeks ago. So time passes. In just 6 short months, I will be officially a lame duck. Which means Congress now will flat out reject my authority. And Republican leaders won't take my phone calls. And this is going to take some getting used to. It's really going to, it's a curveball. I don't know what to do with it.
Grand slam.
Of course, in fact, 4 months now, congressional Republicans have been saying there are things I cannot do in my final year. Unfortunately, this dinner was not one of them. But on everything else, it's another story. And you know who you are, Republicans. In fact, I think we've got Republican Senators Tim Scott and Cory Gardner. They're in the House, which reminds me, security, bar the doors. Judge Merrick Garland, come on out. We're going to do this right here, right now. It's like the Red Wedding. But it's not just Congress. Even some foreign leaders, they've been looking ahead, anticipating my departure. Last week, Prince George showed up to our meeting in his bathrobe. That was a slap in the face. A clear breach of protocol. Although while in England, I did have lunch with Her Majesty the Queen, took in a performance of Shakespeare, hit the links with David Cameron. Just in case anybody is still debating whether I'm black enough. I think that settles the debate. I won't lie. Look, this is a tough transition. It's hard. Key staff are now starting to leave the White House. Even reporters have left me. Savannah Guthrie, she's left the White House press corps to host the Today Show. Norah O'Donnell left the briefing room to host CBS This Morning. Jake Tapper left journalism to join CNN. But the prospect of leaving the White House is a mixed bag. You might have heard that someone jumped the White House fence last week, but I have to give Secret Service credit. They found Michelle, brought her back. She's safe. She's safe back at home now. It's only 9 more months, baby. Settle down. And yet somehow, despite all this, despite the churn, in my final year, my approval ratings keep going up. The last time I was this high, I was trying to decide on my major. And here's the thing, I haven't really done anything differently. So it's odd. Even my aides can't explain the rising poll numbers. What has changed? Nobody can figure it out. Puzzling. Anyway, in this last year, I do have more appreciation for those who've been with me on this amazing ride. Like one of our finest public servants, Joe Biden. God bless him. Love that guy. I love Joe Biden. I really do. And I want to thank him for his friendship, for his counsel, for always giving it to me straight, for not shooting anybody in the face. Thank you, Joe. Also, I would be remiss, let's give it up for our host, Larry Wilmore. Also known as one of the two black guys who's not Jon Stewart. You're the South African guy, right? I love Larry. And his parents are here, who are from Evanston, which is a great town. I also would like to acknowledge some of the award-winning reporters that we have with us here tonight. Rachel McAdams, Mark Ruffalo, Leah Schreiber. Thank you all for everything that you've